Hello guys, I'll be demonstrating a video on morphing of a sphere into a wine glass and also breaking of a wooden block to get a specific word. First, let us insert a sphere at the center and switch from perspective wave to orthographic wave. To create a morphing effects, we are going to place the shape keys. Shape keys allows us to define us multiple location of vertices and then animate between them. Rename the shape keys for easier understanding. In our case, both the sphere and the wine glass will share the same vertices, but the position of the vertices will be different. Switch to wireframe mode so that we can select the vertices on the front and the back at the same time. Scale the sphere to invert the vertices. Enable proportional editing and set the fall off to smooth. This will allow us to affect not only the selected vertices but also the nearby vertices. Extrude the vertices at the bottom to make the stem and the base of the glass. To add wine to the glass, shift to face select mode and then enable editing mode. Rotate the wave until the inside bottom of the glass can be seen. Now select the bottom faces. Now we are going to add a little more geometry near the boundary between the glass and the wine. This will make the final render look better, so add the loop cut. Select the shading tab and then click on Recalculate Normals button. This will make the glass and the wine reflection look correct. Position the glass so that the bottom is even with the bottom of the sphere. Now let's make the surface smooth. Let's add a subdivision surface modifier. Set the wave and render value to 2, then click the smooth button. Next, add a surface for the glass to sit on. Now, add a mesh plane and drag it to the bottom of the glass and then scale it. And then set a material for it. Now set up a light source. Select the lamp from the outliner. Keep it in its default position and set the size and strength. Select the material for the wine glass. Now switch to the compositing screen layout and click the shader nodes button. These are the nodes that control the material for the wine glass. Switch to the rendered view so that we can see the changes as they are made. Now switch to the solid view and then go to object mode. When we increase the value of inside shape key, we can see how it affects the wine glass. So let's set up the keyframes for it. This shape key is only going to be applied during the morphing process. When we scrub the timeline, the inside of the glass no longer protrudes through the outside. Next, we are going to set up the sphere to roll into a place at the beginning of the animation. Open the Properties panel. Set keyframes for the sphere's current location and rotation. Move the sphere to its starting location and set the properties accordingly. Set up the camera view. Press 0 on the number pad. This is the wave looking through the camera. Lock the camera to the view. Now, set the focal length and the weave. Also, let's add a pattern to the background. This will give the wine glass something to reflect. We use checker texture in this video. Now, select a wooden blocks texture and add the specific word required. We have added wine. Do the required scaling and then we have added quick effects. To make the text stand up, Rotate it around the y-axis. Add some thickness to the text. Enter the bevel depth value and set the resolution. Set up a block on the word and add the breaking effects. Select a plane and set up the lighting source. Scale the texture and the word accordingly. Adjust the size of the block. Shift to wireframe mode as it is easier to set. Center the cube over the text, then scale the cube on the x-axis. Set the width of the cube until it is little wider than the text. Then scale the cube and set the height of the cube. Make sure that the bottom of the cube is even with the bottom of the text. Now, bevel the edges of the cube using object modifiers. And then select Add Modifier and then press on Bevel. And then click on Apply. Go to the Edit mode and set the size. And then scale it. This will give us the breaking of the wooden blocks and then we obtain the required alphabet which we have used. Now let us start the rendering process. Now we render the frames in the form of images so that the final rendering will be easier and faster. Wait until the rendering is completed and then open the Properties panel and add the sequence of images to form the video. Thus, we finally get the result. Thank you.